Hey guys, we're here to fix relationship on this video. If you are that one that your relationship is not so stable, when a question is thrown at you regarding your relationship, what that comes to your mind honestly is, I don't think I'm that relationship kind of person. I don't think relationship works for me, or probably it's complicated. I think it's high time we uncomplicate it. Just work it out and make things work. Like the popular saying, they used to say a relationship is meant to be enjoyed and not endured. That's really true. That sense of venture, of just exploring your opposites, your partner. That's how relationships are supposed to be built. But if it's otherwise, then we need to do something, and we need to do it really fast. So buddy, if you are in this tight corner and been looking for how to come out of this, we can do this together. This video is for you. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back on board, and this video is all about relationship and how to consciously put ourselves to solving issues and making things work. Before we go right into this, I want you to subscribe to the channel if you've done that already. If you're a visitor here, don't be a visitor no more. Just subscribe to the channel, click on the red subscribe button and it says subscribe. That's all, no charges, right? Give this video a thumbs up, I need it so much. Drop in the comment section with something that we need to wrap our minds, talk about, and if I ask questions, you ask questions, and we solve our questions together. Let's go straight into it. And so, like I've introduced the whole thing, most times it's not something very serious or something flimsy, something so small, but we need to understand the place of compromise and the place of conscious effort, the things that we need to know. Information is key. Little things might really go a long way to help remedy a relationship that you want so badly. So I'll be introducing to you a 4-way formula. I'm sounding like some kind of... Okay, let me put it this way. There's this 4-stepwise idea that I've put together that can help you go on the right way and, in no time, come back with a testimony. Firstly, I'll go with remind yourself of the person you first fell in love with. Very important, very key. Before you can proceed in mending anything, most times it's all about people that are not spicing things up. You can't be in a relationship for a longer and longer time without you feeling bored. You need to spice it at every point in time. So guys, get me. The thing is, when you are in a relationship for a while, it's normal that fire that was burning so high before gets down gradually. So it's your duty to make sure you keep it burning. You just spice it up at every chance that you've got. So you need to be creative. That's what I'm talking about here. Be creative, be ready to spice it up and never let it go down at all. Even when you are married, even when you are married and you know each other, it gets like that. Two people coming together to build something, to make up of something. You need to keep fueling the relationship and make sure that the fire keeps burning. And that leads me to the second one. It says stop fighting and start forgiving. It's just what it is. It's just like a continuation from the first one. When you try to find that person you fell in love with, the next thing to do is to stop fighting. Those hurtful things you say to each other because, at that point where you see this person hurt me, does something that you don't like, you just burst out into, abuses here and there, raise your voice at each other, just quarrel at every point in time. You really don't need to put that aside now because that is not helping that relationship. If you really want to work things out, you guys need to come together and start talking instead of arguing. You get it? Because two of you know that whatever you say to each other, you don't mean it from that place of it. It's just for this temporary time of the way you feel about certain things. So you need to learn how to control your emotions, to stick to the fact that we are in this together and we don't need to consciously, purposely hurt each other. So living with that understanding and fact, it helps you to caution your action and you don't tend to lose it or lose your cool so easy. And so going forward, now that you know your partner, probably you are someone who gets angry easily and your partner does the same, something like that. You have to learn to balance things. When your partner you can sense that this person is angry, don't get angry at that time. Just calm things down so that one person can go up, the second is going down. It balances. It does not have to be everybody fueling this quarrel and something that is so little and minute, growing to be some kind of a huge thing that we cannot control. So it does not have to be complicated. You can see, right? Let's work it out. Number 2. Yeah, my number 3 is you should start communicating. So it's all systematic. It works, interwovenly. It just sinks into each other like that. And when you first trace back your, the person you fell in love with, all those traits, all those good things that you saw in that person, you ignite it and build it all back again. That's how to spice things. And you move into forgiving instead of arguing and fighting. Just forgive yourselves, because you know that fight doesn't get to that place where you of hate. The fight doesn't come from that place of it. So you understand that fact, and when dwell on something that's not supposed to hold waters, you should just forgive each other and move on. That's how it should be. That's what should happen. And the next that you should do is to communicate, to move on, to do that, getting to know each other better. Because you need to understand continuously that you guys are in this together, and it's very, very possible at sometimes that you get to have this conflict. We are human beings. We can't cohabit and live, without miscommunication or misconception or argument or stuff like that. Even the teeth and the tongue, they fight, and they find a way to just settle it, because they are stuck together. They must function together to make things work. So that's just what it is. So communication is key here in a relationship. You just must find a way to communicate, either in person, either probably you are not. It depends on the circumstance you find yourself. If you are not so very close to each other, work is pushing you apart, the time that you have as free time, make sure that you're always communicating. When you get back home, make sure you don't just come together, have some intimacy and sleep. Make sure you communicate, you talk, you know each other. It's not like two strangers living together. A lot of people live like that, and over time it tells on the relationship. It gets to a point you begin to doubt if you know your partner again. Shouldn't get to that point. Communicate, get to know each other better, and grow with it. You get to a stage that you get to know each other so well, it's just going to be fun all the way. Less of talking, shouting, because you know the deed, you know those things, that this person cannot hurt me purposely. She can't hurt me purposely, she loves me. And we are in this together, planning our lives of future together. So it should work that way. You should just focus at the goal and not distractions here and there. Let's go to the 4th one, the concluding one. This 4th one is so cool and pleasant. It's just for you to commit yourself again. Commit yourself again and stamp it. That place where you need to really knock it on the head. That's it. Committing yourself again has to do with you reaffirming, reassuring this person that I love you still. I love you. I do. The love is not reducing, not one bit. I love you the way I've always, loved you from the first time. And we should work this together. It starts from your words of affirmation, anyways, especially for the guys to the ladies. The ladies love to hear those things. Say it to them often, often like that. Then act it. Show it to them that it's not about what I say alone and I just want you to feel good. But I mean it, so I'm doing it. I'm saying I'm doing it. Let's do what we preach, right? So when we commit ourselves, especially as the guys, you tend to make sure you stabilize things. When you commit yourself, make sure that the things that you've done before that made the relationship to stagger and not be on the right shape is not, repeated again. All those shouting today, tomorrow, crying for forgiveness, all those, childish things, you do all of them consciously. Work on it and make sure that things improve, that you guys are dealing with each other more maturely, and you are looking forward to the real deal, which is settling down and living in peace and harmony. A life that people around you will see and emulate, and love to also have something beautiful as a relationship together. Okay, if you learned something really good from the very first to the 4th, steps that I've laid down as a way to just fix that relationship. Most times it's not something really serious. It's just little things. It's just we riding on our ego, that place of high horse. We don't want to come down, we don't want to compromise. Meet at a point of mutual understanding and agreement. We should do that. This era that we find ourselves in, era where the ladies will say, I'm not a slave or servant to anybody. Nobody is a slave to anybody. But we should try to understand each other, come to an agreement, live in peace and harmony. I don't know how else to say it. So guys, this is where I'll be rounding this video up. Use the comment section. I always say that. On this one, you should use the comment section. Comment your ideas of probably ways you feel like people can go through to fix relationships, come back strong again. You know, you feel good to know that people are reading and commenting on your idea just to stay together and be good again. You want to do that, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the video to let people come and see these brilliant ideas, drop their ideas too, so we can learn from each other. Please subscribe to the channel. That's a big one. I want to go to the channel quickly as soon as possible. I'll be seeing you on my next one. Stay blessed, stay cool. Bye for now.